everyone.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to Mockflix, where we may be doing an episode today or not, because we are dropping frames.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Again?
the second I started, it started dropping frames, yep.
Maybe your Wi-Fi is jacked or something.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's no video playing. It keeps dropping frames, though. Not sure why. Anyways, I'm Michael Nearstead, joined as always with Benson, Kevin Hotown.
Hello.
How's it
How's
going?
it
It, besides these dropped frames, I'm doing all right. I'm having a feeling that maybe Cox is throttling my internet or something because they're fucking shitheads. Because I pay for a high tier just so stuff like this doesn't happen. So fuck Cox. They are not your friend in the digital age.
It could have something to do with your router,
shit.
too.
No, it's a brand new router. I mean, and I don't have any
it?
issues. I don't have any issues with like anything else. It's still dropping frames.
Huh.
And Ellie's not here, so like no one else is on the internet. So this is
Yeah.
the only thing going on. So,
It's no
anyways, you'll probably have to watch the recording of this because it'll be too choppy. But I'm sorry, nothing I can do about it. So we'll get started. Yeah, so this week we're going to be watching Coffee and Cigarettes.
Something a little different this week.
So I'm
Where it may or may not work out. We'll have to. It'll remain to be seen. It's definitely a understated type of movie. It's not too wacky, but could be interesting.
Jim Jarmusch is a director I like. I haven't.
Yes.
I actually have not seen this movie. I've come to realize. I was thinking of a different one of his films.
I haven't seen this either, though I've heard about it. I've heard about it quite a bit, and I think I've seen. Well, okay, it's not fair to say I haven't not seen any of it. I've seen like one or two of the little, because it's vignettes. The whole movie is vignettes, so I think I've seen one or two of them, but I haven't seen the movie straight through.
Right.
So I'm intrigued to see what it's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, you may have seen some of his other films, you may not have. His most famous films are Broken Flowers and Ghost Dog, which Coleman Francis mentioned. That's probably his most successful movie, is Ghost Dog.
Yeah, I would say so.
It had Wu-Tang songs in it, so that instantly seemed to be some business. But
he's kind of an indie darling. He's known very well as an independent filmmaker, but he's definitely not a mainstream filmmaker by any stretch of the term. So
I think a lot of his success has to do with that he has weird hair. So he just
actually, a lot of successful independent film directors do have weird hair.
Mm-hmm.
David Lynch, weird hair.
Weird hair.
Jarmusch, weird hair. Who else has?
Steven Spielberg? No, just all the time.
He's known for his independent films.
Yeah,
sure.
Like The Terminal. No one wanted him to make that, but he still made it. It's very independent.
They tried to get him not to make it,
and no one watched it either. So it was made just for him. That movie sucks. I'm a fan of his movies. I've seen Broken Flowers, seen Ghost Dog. I've seen, I think it's Strangers in Paradise, his first film, where it's like apocalyptic New York City. That's an interesting movie. I've seen Mystery Train, which is probably my favorite movie of his that I've seen. It's just a weird, really quirky ass movie. Has
that
Joe
I've never
Strummer
seen,
in it.
actually.
It's pretty fun.
All right, I'll have to watch it.
So it's a fun movie, but he actually went to school at the same time as Spike Lee. So these guys were at NYU at the same fucking time. So that was a good class.
You could be in worse company, I would say.
Like any USC class. Sorry. Any USC film class. Sorry, George Lucas.
Yeah, the style of NYU tends to be very different than the style of the USC filmmakers a lot of the time.
Yeah.
A lot less budgetary concern with the NYU students. um,
Sorry, I'm gonna try to stop the stream real quick. I know it's going like total crap right now, so let me just stop the stream real fast. I'll continue recording. See if
All right.
maybe if that helps. Almost crashed. Let's try it again. All right, so I started back up. Maybe that will prevent it from throttling. It's like, oh no, this is good now. No, it's still dropping frames. Whatever. I'm gonna call Cox after this. Sorry about that.
it's worth a shot.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll watch this movie and I guess make fun of it. I don't like coffee or cigarettes, so this is a problem.
I like both. So
You're not much of a smoker anymore, though, right?
no, sometimes, but I'm not like a regular half a pack a day guy. No, I cut that out. Fortunately, we're like the odd couple here.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna paint a line right in the middle of this. We'll hang out.
Let's watch a movie.
Yeah, so just real quick, this is a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, which is very good. That's
very good, yeah.
64% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is not very good. And
no, it's not.
If you remember, we watched Face Off, which had a 90% on Rotten
No,
Tomatoes. So
what I will say about Rotten Tomatoes, one thing about Rotten Tomatoes is, unlike Metacritic, I feel is generally, and this is of course, this is a bold statement because it's still very ridiculously off, but I would say Metacritic is more accurate to the actual quality because it takes into account the actual review scores and not just whether good. Rotten Tomatoes, I feel some of the best movies on Rotten Tomatoes, like other than universally acclaimed movies, but some of the best movies of lower ratings are ones that are around the 50 to 60% mark because they tend to be very polarizing movies, and that can be a good thing if the movie is, of course, good. It depends on the reasons for it getting that score. It's always depending on if you read the thing and everyone says like that the script is terrible or something, then it's pretty much going to be bad. But if you read it and people say that some people say it has a terrible message or something like that, a lot of the time that means it's actually going to be a really good movie. So
yeah, sometimes one that is really hard to read is when people bitch about pacing. I noticed that that's a really hard one because there's some critics that just don't like slower moving movies.
Yeah, and also pacing is a very preferential thing anyway. Like a lot of movies do have very strange like editing styles that can skew the pacing and make it. For some people, they go, "I hate this so much," and other people might like it. So it's very
it's like
people.
It's like that avant-garde '90s film, The Little Rascals.
Yeah, that's really underground. You may not have heard of it.
Yeah, it's very underground, and the message and the meanings behind Two Pickles song is profound. It really talks about class structure in a very profound way. So. Let's watch this movie. Do you want to give a run? You know what? I do have to read this very quick. I do have a review from Netflix.com.
Oh, please do.
This person gave it 1 star.
Uh-oh.
Probably the absolute worst movie I've ever seen, period. 5 exclamation points.
This guy's never seen movie 43, fortunately.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's the first thing I thought of. I only watched it to see Bill Murray, who was in it for about 5 minutes, which was the best part of the movie. End of the review.
That's it. That's all you had to say. Yeah, if someone, I love when people go like, this movie sucks. I'm like, okay, whatever. But when someone goes, this is maybe the worst movie I've ever seen, I'm like, there's some pretty bad movies, man. Like, I don't know if this is the worst movie you've ever seen.
We hesitated on that statement with movie 43. We were sitting there just going like, I don't know. Like, oh man,
I
like
still can confidently say it's definitely in the top 3 worst movies I've
yeah.
ever watched. It is that bad.
It's absolutely in my top 10. It's probably in my top 3. I've seen a lot of really like almost broken horror movies like from Video Circus and
Yeah,
Waverly.
that's true. Like some of these low budget movies are like impossible to watch just because you can't even tell what's happening on the
like,
screen.
or like
But
the
you know.
last 20 minutes are missing or like it's like
Yeah.
but that would have helped movie 43 because they would be like it's
That,
over
yeah.
sooner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They could have made just as much of the movie missing as they wanted, and I think it would have been an improvement.
So
They could have just left out Balchin thing, and I wouldn't have minded that one.
well, that'd be great if it cut from after Balchin or right at Balchin. Then the movie would have been like 2 minutes long, and then we would have been okay. We would have feel like this
That's
movie's
true.
not too bad.
So here on Mockflix, we talk over movies, much like Mystery Science Theater. So if you want to watch Coffee and Cigarettes and pay attention to what's going on, you may not want to listen to us. Though you can hear or you can tell what's happening on screen by turning on your Netflix subtitles, which is in that little closed captioning box at the bottom of your Netflix player. Make sure to sync up with Michael when he counts down, but if you do miss the countdown, feel free to use the timer in the bottom of the stream window to sync up with your Netflix timeline.
Yeah,
And that's about it.
Good luck syncing with all these drop frames. So.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. So on go, so 3, 2, 1 on go, we will start. Is everyone ready?
I are ready for sure.
I are ready for sure. All right. So let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoosh.
I didn't know United Artists was around at the point this movie came out.
It's like 03.
Oh, MGM Company. Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been acquired since then. Jim Jarmusch loves 50s and 60s music.
Yeah, he does. This is not the definitive version of Louie Louie.
There is, you know what the definitive version of Louie Louie is? It's when there's nothing playing. This song sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I saw this thing on VH1, it was like the 100 greatest songs of all time, and it was actually a pretty good list, though completely devoid of rap, which is like super racist, but...
Yeah, it's insulting.
Yeah, but otherwise, it was a pretty good list. But like number 13 or something was this song. It's like, oh, fuck you. Like, this song sucks.
So if you're unfamiliar with the content of this movie, as we said, it's primarily vignettes, and it's basically usually two people at a time sitting at a table in a cafe discussing things, including coffee and cigarettes, often the focus of the conversation. That's really all the movie is. I could be more in depth, but that's basically what it is. And yes, Bill Murray appears in it.
Which is the best part of the movie!
For 5 minutes.
Already better than movie 43.
Cinematography's better.
Yeah. So, this is real black and white. So if you ever watch, like, Sin City or anything, just watch this and go, oh, this is what real black and white looks like.
Yeah, as in it looks good.
Yeah, it has, like, lots of contrast.
Well, Jarmusch likes his black and white, for sure.
He does. Yeah, turn this up a little bit. You got Stephen Wright. It's like, oh. I gotta say something real quick. I think our lunch break set is almost better than this set.
Yeah, I think it's purposely bad.
It's like so sparse. I
Yeah,
like
he
that
did it
table,
on. He
though.
did that like. I'm pretty sure he did that intentionally.
That, I think you're schizophrenic. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Jeez, shaking it.
Maybe you should stop drinking coffee.
So Jim Jarmusch is very much a New Yorker, a New York City folk, but
Yes.
they wouldn't be able, even when this movie came out, they would not have been able to smoke in coffee shops at this point, because like the year
No, it's
before.
true. Also,
This
based on the amount of space in New York City, there would be 5 other tables inches from theirs.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm kind of loving this right now. This is pretty great. It's like some kind of modern vaudeville, bizarre. I don't even know what's going on here.
Also, like, coffee. Are they children? Like, you can't get high off coffee. Like, you can, but you're not gonna get like super high. It's like, oh, let's get fucked up on this coffee. I gotta get.
You can't. You won't get super high. I agree, but counterpoint, I have at some points drank like way too much coffee, like at once before it kicked in, and I was shaking pretty bad. So it can happen. You won't get high, but you will feel really terrible, and you will shake like crazy.
It's good for you.
Yeah, totally.
It's healthy.
I'm into the health food type of thing, you know. Look at that hair.
It's great. And what happened to Roberto Benigni?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
That guy was like wound up like a top. That was like.
Oh yeah.
Probably don't like tennis because dentists smoke so much. And drink coffee. Then it's like, have you thought of veneers? You know, you shouldn't
Free
play
for-
with the
for
sugar
lunch.
thing. Wait, you're gonna go to the tennis forum? That makes no sense.
I was thinking, what in the hell? He's like, oh, it's free.
What?
What in the hell? Where is this shop? What is this place?
It's got character.
It's in a back alley.
I think they were building a Dwayne Reed, and they were just like, "Can we shoot here?" My kind of coffee shop. The Wi-Fi's terrible, by the way. And twins.
Evil twin sighing.
I gotta say,
Like we're-
I would fucking hate this coffee shop. It just reek like a fucking 90s bowling alley.
Oh yeah. I had personal opinions about the bowling alley thing when the cigarettes were banned, and I didn't even care that they were banning cigarettes. I felt it was probably a good thing. What was that about?
Yeah, I just stabbed her with a fork.
Yeah, Jesus.
Some
But I felt like a bowling alley wasn't quite a bowling alley if it didn't smell like somebody's trash bin. Like that was part of the bowling alley experience.
It
I
kinda
felt.
is.
And
You
now
gotta
it's
smell the cigarette smoke in the fucking shoes. Like, how is
Yes.
that even possible?
they're a little too they're a little too not dingy now for me. I feel like it's just not the same as it was back then.
You know, the last time I went to a bowling alley, they were playing like on giant big screen TVs, like basically Radio Disney music videos. And
There's some Buscemi there. Just a
yeah,
side note.
I just watched a documentary that he made. He was a New York City firefighter. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Actually,
Yeah,
that's
for
interesting.
4 years.
Huh. That accent.
Yeah, it's. Oh, what? Jackal? I don't know.
That's. The cigarettes taste like coffee, so it works out.
This is not how you build rapport. You're evil.
Yeah, I know. What?
Especially when there's a race thing. It's just the
Yeah.
sprinkle on top of it. You're an evil black man.
When you're a white guy and you meet two black people, general rule of thumb is don't call them Heckle and Jekyll. Just saying.
Yeah.
Man, Jarmusch just told Steve Buscemi to just do whatever the fuck you want right now.
But Jarmusch like doesn't have them improvise a lot. Like that's not his
No,
style.
he scripts them pretty
Yeah, he's very
straightforward.
He released a movie late last year about like vampire love or some shit. Looked weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's Tilda Swinton in it.
Huh.
She plays a man or a woman or both. Like it just everyone loves like, oh, Tilda Swinton can play whatever. She looks sort of like a man, so it's
androgynous.
Like, okay. They just love doing that shit. I like this theory. This is good. I like this theory.
I know, he's really going to town here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about Gallagher. Then they called him Elvis too.
Gallagher 2 is the original Gallagher, and Gallagher was the actual Gallagher 2.
Is
That's
that true?
the truth. No.
I don't fucking know. Aren't neither of them
You know
are
what?
the actual Gallagher.
You know, honestly, maybe it is. I have no fucking clue. That's how much I know about Gallagher.
Neither of them are the actual Gallagher because their dad was the one who did the
He
routine
was the
originally.
real Gallagher.
Yeah,
so really, Gallagher 1 was their dad. Gallagher 2 is Gallagher.
There maybe
and
it's like Gallagher
3.
Jr. and then Gallagher 2 Jr. or Junior
It should have been
2.
Gallagher the 3rd. Gallagher 2 should have been Gallagher the 3rd. Or Gallagher 2 Jr.
Or it could have been like Carl's Jr., Gallagher's Jr., and it's like a possessive.
Gallagher's Jr. With, it's plural. It's plural.
Slap happy.
That Jarmusch line there.
It's probably the cigarettes.
What?
It was said to be a twin. I don't know what the fuck this movie is. Yeah.
I don't think anyone knows what the fuck this movie. This movie is this movie. It's coffee and cigarettes. There's no movie like it. Not that I've heard of.
Yeah. Iggy Pop. Last time I've seen him act in something was Pete and Pete, which is a fantastic television show.
I should probably be dead by now.
Is this a coffee place or a bar? I think it's a bar.
Well, it's got a disco ball, so coffee place, clearly.
Oh, yay, Tom Waits.
Yeah, just what you wanted.
How's this house going? Yeah, Tom Waits.
So how long have you been waiting to hear Tom Waits tell a story to Iggy Pop?
I think he's probably written 10 songs that were basically that anyways.
Four-car pileup?
Yeah, they hit each other at 2 miles an hour since we're in the city.
They're going straight into jokes about Tom Waits telling stories. Straight into it.
Oh, Tom Waits. I wonder if people will smoke in this scene. That is a bold claim. I don't know. They haven't so far.
Dr. Tom Waits.
Look at that filthy ass mustard. Did you see that mustard container or that ketchup?
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's filthy.
They also leave the coffee pot right on the table with no heat lamp or anything. just a fucking coffee pot sitting right on the diner.
That says a lot about the person that's drinking that coffee and the establishment itself. It's like, I don't give a fuck about serving you. Just, here's your...
Well, no, it just says, I don't give a fuck about serving you, and it says, I don't give a fuck about being served. Bull.
You ordered some, you have some right on the table, you don't need it.
I didn't order it so much as I just took it from the hot plate, and I just set it on my table. I will let you know, it's extremely cold. He loves this empty shot. This overhead coffee shot here.
That's a good cup of joe. I don't like this. This doesn't have whiskey. Look at Tom Waits.
He probably should Irish up that coffee a little bit.
I recommend, and Tom Waits is a critically acclaimed musical artist. I am not the biggest Tom Waits fan. I think he is very funny to listen to. His songs are hilarious. Like, especially the ones from the 70s. I recommend The Piano Has Been Drinking. Because he's just
That's a good one.
Yeah. The piano has been drinking. Just like...
How many flasks and packs of cigarettes do you think he has in his jacket at all times? This would be like a dozen of each.
Do you think he has a lot of them or just a giant one?
I think he has a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think he's like one of those covert like gun carriers who has like 5 guns, but they're all little like snub nose, and he has like one in his ankle, one on like his knee. You know, like he's got them everywhere.
I mean, Tom Waits is one of those people, and everyone I think knows someone just because there's so many alcoholics out there, where you can hear the alcoholism when he talks. It's like, oh
yeah,
man.
well, you can also hear the cigarettes too.
I'm actually kind of uncomfortable, like watching him drink coffee. Like I don't understand.
Gas I was thinking of him being like, this is the guy who's saying what's new Pussycat. Like, that's Tom Arnold.
What's new, pussycat? Oh, what's new?
That's what it would sound like. Then he'd fall asleep halfway through.
Yeah, I love whatever album. Me and one of my roommates would always listen to one of his albums, just laugh. There was one song that literally started with him just grunting. He's just like, ugh.
You know what I think the next Wilhelm scream is going to be? It's just going to be a sound clip of Tom Waits sleeping. And they're going to use that anytime someone sleeps. It's going to be like... That's going to be sleeping sound, generic for movies forever.
Tom Waits is the fourth meal kind of guy.
He loves that shit. He wants the Gordita Supreme.
Oh no, he's like passive aggressively saying that Iggy Pop likes fourth meals.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to go to Taco Bell. To be fair, nobody wants to go to the International House of Pancakes.
That is true, Professor Gaskin. Bob Dylan is almost like a parody of himself now.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is actually some elaborate product placement.
Nobody likes anything from IHOP.
Classy brew.
Classy brew.
I just take that tutti frutti syrup, I'll throw it in my coffee.
What a great joke. They're toasting the coffee at IHOP at this diner with the coffee at this what? Oh my god. I gotta say, I love this movie so far. I think it's great.
Yeah, I'd probably keep you on beat. That's mean.
That was mean. It was funny, but it was mean.
He kind of meanders when he performs.
A little bit. He does.
He has.
He does have kind of a rhythm issue sometimes.
When do they make out? Too late. I think the subtitles are just failing under Tom Waits. It feels like whole lines are missing.
Half of the lines are there, and the other half they just leave out. Yes, this is a Jarmusch movie. Forget it, man. I just like coffee and cigarettes.
Hey, do you want to be on my Stooges reunion album? No one's going to like it.
See, he's full. He's empty.
Nah, he's showing you. He picked that up.
No, I gotta go because this is extremely uncomfortable. Goodbye.
This coffee doesn't have heroin in it, so I need to go get some.
He's going to IHOP to get the classy brew.
The classy brew. Problem with IHOP is it doesn't have moons over my hammies, so who gives a shit?
I love the uncomfortableness of the... Is this fully scripted? Or do you think this is completely scripted exactly like this?
I don't know. Jim Jarmusch is usually quite scripted with his stuff.
Because holy shit, this is like the most... It feels... It feels like it was improvised because it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. So is he just sticking him with the coffee bill?
I guess so. Man, Tom Waits got snubbed, huh?
He's used to it.
I mean, Iggy had the coffee there already. On the like, he had it there. He ordered all of that stuff. Bird, shut up.
Now, usually I'd say no one would say that out loud, but I could see Tom Waits saying that out loud.
He's probably really drunk.
Yeah, he's probably so drunk he like doesn't have internal voice. Yep,
Do you
going
think-
to have some coffee now.
Do you think Tom Waits acts drunk when he's sober? Because that's his version of being impaired.
He's actually incoherent when he's sober. He's just even more grumbly. He's just like, "Ugh."
Why is he lighting it like no one? He doesn't want people to see him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good cigarette and coffee. I mean, coffee and cigarettes. That's what I meant.
Those things will kill you. Means coffee. Already liking these guys.
Yeah, that's a good way to start it. Michael Corleone is so gonna shoot these guys. This guy's telling him not to smoke. This guy sounds like he eats cigarettes. The hell is going on?
You're both fat, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, right? There should seriously be like a counter at the bottom that just notes whenever the fucking subtitles completely miss a line.
Yeah.
So they're trying to ramp up the fuck to other word ratio in this sketch.
Is he deaf?
Maybe he's just mute. Or maybe he's just a dick, who knows?
$2. He was
Oh,
good.
this got hard snubbed.
I think that's great that he was going to give it to him, and the kid's like, no, fuck you, I don't want it anyways. By the way, the last sketch is at Central Perk, so...
Yeah. It's just a rendition of the entire Ross and Rachel storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's performed by Rita Perlman and let's see who else. Who else would be? That kid bought something for like in 2 seconds. He bought something. See, they should have got Steve Buscemi to do that kid's role. Those wasabi peas.
Oh. What was he gonna do? Like throw him away?
Yeah, why?
Jeez.
Trying to put. He's eating the damn things. Wasabi peas are very expensive. Can't buy a bag of those at the dollar store or anything.
Pretty soon you wouldn't be able to. Fucking New York.
Yeah, I know, right?
And old people are so pleasant. Next he comes in with a manga. That'd be awesome. He's secretly a weeaboo.
Have you ever seen old people like this? Because I have, and they're pretty great to watch.
Yeah, I've seen old people at my mom's diner bitch about how they shouldn't eat certain things, and they're eating fucking like eggs and bacon, and it's like you're an asshole. Like
Well, I
you're
didn't
eating
tell you
bad
that.
too.
I don't know if I told you. So sometimes, occasionally, I've mentioned this on stream before. Sometimes I go to a dive bar for lunch because every time I go to it, there's these two old guys who are regulars there, and they practically live at this bar. They're there every single time,
Okay.
and they clearly are there every day. Like you can tell by the way everyone acts that they're there every day. And they are those two guys, basically. They're pretty much those guys. And the second time I went there, the first guy was talking to the second guy, and this is when I decided I was definitely going to go back because he was talking to his friend, and he said, "Hey, you ever like watching the Little League? I love watching those little cocksuckers." I was like, "Let's go Little League player." I'm like those two guys. It was those guys, seriously.
Sorry. Sorry for making your coffee filled.
Well, that's very specific amount of cream. It's like exact science here. Look at this.
Do you think she has like OCD or something?
Maybe.
You didn't
I
even put any
can't.
on the-
I cannot stand the song "Crimson and Clover." By the way, I don't know why. There's something about this song that just completely drives me nuts.
Da 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 da.
It might be it. It might be the repetitiveness of that or something. There's something. I cannot stand it.
What are you trying to do? I was trying to hit on you. I don't know what I was trying. I don't know what I'm doing.
Would you like me to sit down so we can?
What is she looking at?
Huh? Okay, I've got some plot development here. That changes things a lot.
It's not a casual thing.
No, you don't sit in public reading gun magazines in New York City. That's a bad place.
Yeah, you know, next you're gonna tell me you're gonna see someone reading Time magazine someplace. It's like that doesn't happen. I love how there's never extras.
This fucking guy.
Okay. Yep. You got this.
Are you?
Yeah. Yes.
Ladies, man.
Challenge. It's
Why
like
was she
when you're doing pickup artists, you don't face them. You're always kind of walking away.
Yeah.
But see, he's one upped it. He just walks away completely and then comes
Yeah.
back.
Exactly.
Really well.
I like how she covers the coffee so that he won't ruin the perfect blend of cream and sugar she had worked out. It's more coffee, that's going to screw it all up. This is the most... This guy actually annoys me, and I'm
Yes,
just
I'm
watching
getting
the
annoyed.
movie.
It's my last meal.
Come look at these Bowie knives with me.
Yeah. See, you're looking at guns there.
Who is that? I mean, she looks familiar.
She looks familiar, but I don't know who it is. She looks super familiar.
She looks New Yorky. Wow, fluff. She's got a lot of hair. That lady has like an insane amount of hair.
It just smells like cigarettes.
Well, she probably has a distinct scent of coffee as well. That's it? Wow, alright.
How to not be a server.
That was the most no-content sketch so far. Good tunes.
Just love how every one of these, there's like no other customers.
Tell you something about coffee and cigarettes. I do not like the taste of. I love coffee, and I of course like cigarettes. But I do not like the taste together. I would not smoke a cigarette while drinking a coffee. I would prefer to have them separately.
There you
True
go.
story. True facts.
He's getting better at dice.
Yeah. Is he improving? Like, let's practice? Ah,
What is that?
I don't know.
You're being awful leery.
He's acting a lot like Jazz from Fresh Prince. French, huh? So if we had the subtitles off, we wouldn't even know what the hell he's saying.
That's a good point.
Because these are closed captions. These aren't like hard-coded subtitles for the French.
Maybe we weren't supposed to know what he was saying. Also, I love how with this checkerboard pattern, you can tell that like it's not actually the table. Like it's it's like I don't know.
There's like a thing on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit the table.
Oh, he doesn't like that coffee.
This amount of dialogue is on par with like Breathless or something here. Watching two people stare at each other. Which I guess I can't really insult since I fucking love that movie, but you know. That was the slowest paced.
Yeah. You sound enthusiastic about it.
Happy to see you, ma.
See, I don't think these people are French because they don't have berets on and they're not carrying a baguette. So I don't.
It's true. I agree.
Don't know.
I'm going to need better representation for my French people so that I know they're French. Do you know who these two guys are?
Nope.
I don't know. They do not look familiar to me. Yeah, they're French-Canadian.
but is there anything you want to tell me?
Well, I mean, I had sex with your wife, but other than that...
And I burned down your house. And,
oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, fuck your house.
And I burned it down.
And burned it down.
And I called up your mother, and I told her you were dead as well.
Yeah.
But you're not dead, really. I mean,
and I stole
right
that. I stole that filled out sub club card from your wallet, and I used it.
I scribbled out all the stamps on it, just cause. Just because I
punched a
could.
hole in it. I punched a hole in it. I didn't even have a hole puncher. I went to the store, bought a hole puncher, make it look like it was void.
Just because I could.
All right, subtitles.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna get another beer because this is the slowest paced thing I've ever seen in my life.
You haven't seen Vernon, Florida. So. It's a good song. It's Prince Buster. I was actually listening to Prince Buster this morning with my daughter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in television and film, you stay someplace for 2 minutes and then you leave. That's how film and television work. You come in, you say hello. Leave it.
So has he actually told him there's a problem yet?
Well, he's leaving now and he's mad.
Is he mad because he wouldn't actually talk to him?
He won't. He doesn't want to discuss the thing, you know.
I see. That may be for the best. As you can tell, the bird is freaking out.
Was.
Yeah, at one point I was happy to see you. That's not true. It says, okay, man, but he said guy.
Yeah.
It's the most awkward conversation that has ever occurred in history. Like, nothing... What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Yeah, but what's wrong? Nothing. You want to talk about something? No? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about something? No. Okay, then.
Time to leave this table.
So why do you need a third cup of coffee? Just the 6? And it's what? Damn.
Doing pretty good.
Jesus! That was a single shot! He rolled 3 doubles in a row. You know that he went straight to jail for that.
We already had twins. Now we're doing cousins. Whoa, this is like way
Well,
fancier.
this is yeah. We're going in new directions here.
Oh, Kate Blanchett.
Is that? Yeah.
Those are some nice pants.
They make Kate Blanchett look really stupid in a lot of things, but she's actually like super good looking.
Yeah. They look like cousins, sort of. Is this the same person, but do you think they're pulling some crap?
I don't
They look a
know.
lot alike.
I would
She
say
put.
so. They do. Are we seeing them together yet?
It was from the back. They could have tricked it.
Yeah, I think they're up to some. Damn it, Jarmusch, you're up. Up. There we go.
They could be splitting the frame though.
Oh, easily. They're far, far apart from each other. Damn Brits, so specific about their coffee. So you don't like coffee at all, huh?
Not
You're
really,
not
no.
not a coffee drinker.
No, I get immense shit for it all the time. I think it's actually hurt my career in some ways.
You think
That,
so?
yeah, no, I think it totally
Do People
does.
get people get offended.
They just think you're weird. You miss out on. It's just like how smoking back in the day really helped you meet women. Not in a long time, but like back in like the 80s and 90s, early 90s, like you had a reason to talk to somebody. It's like,
Right.
hey, we're both smoking. Ah, like there's like some stupid thing that you can talk about with each
It was a
other.
sense of camaraderie.
And Starbucks does that same fucking thing, and I don't understand it. It's like, oh, you're addicted too. How much time do you go? I go 58 times a day. And it's just like, this
Now,
fucking.
I'll be fair, I like my coffee, but I don't like coffee shops. I just like the taste of coffee. You
No.
know what I mean? But like, I just like black coffee. And when I order it like that, if I order it black,
Mm-hmm.
people will go like, "You don't want nothing in it?"
They think you're
Like,
like a
and it's just
lunatic.
like, no, I'm drinking coffee because coffee. If I want a bunch of shit in it, then I wouldn't. It's not really
Are
coffee
you
anymore.
a
Is it?
criminal?
Yeah.
You're
What are you
hardened.
up to? This is by far the classiest of all the coffee and cigarettes vignettes
Yeah.
we've seen. Ew. Stirring things with your finger. So she's supposed to be famous then.
Yeah, I think so.
She's supposed to be Kate Blanchett, right? 'Cause she called her
Probably they did that with the
she
Tom Waits one.
yeah, she called her Katie earlier. And the subtitle spelled it with a C, so I assume.
That's a good point, Professor Gascan. I've never seen a coffee room that looks like this, and it just increasingly gets weirder and weirder with their coffee rooms.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I'm sure that's intentional, but it's extremely bizarre.
Tommy, can you hear me? All these people are connected with that. They all write for coffee news.
How would someone feel about this role if they were playing both characters and it was about how famous they are, and the one character is
Yeah.
mad at them for being. Wouldn't that be a really awkward role to play?
Yes.
I would not enjoy that. Though to be fair, Kate Blanchett is an incredible actress, so she's pulling it off. But
Yeah, I
it's
like Kate
still
Blanchett. She's been in some bad roles, but pretty much she's been pretty consistent.
As with most really good actors, I feel like when they're in a bad role, it's usually not their fault that the role sucks, but
They
it's just
shouldn't
more
have
like,
taken the fucking film.
yeah, it's more like, why did you pick that? I don't understand.
Indiana Jones 4.
Well, I know why she picked that,
Yeah.
but I mean, honestly, I would have acted in Indiana Jones 4 if they asked me, because I'd be like, well, set for life.
I don't know.
Set for life, dude. You
I
could
don't-
never have a good role again, and you would still have enough money to live on until you died.
That ruined careers. That movie fucking ruined careers.
Oh, well,
man.
it ought to. That fridge has never seen work again. You know that?
Well, it took a lot of flack when they realized it didn't do its own stunts.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Actually, I made that all up.
Asshole. Well, now I'm glad you made me feel bad about something that I didn't do.
You're not gonna vote for Scottish independence, are you?
Are people really that?
Sorry.
Are people really that close to their cousins where if they sent them a letter saying they had a new boyfriend, they hadn't talked to him in like a long ass time, that they would like remember all that? I don't know. I almost never talk to my cousins really, so
Yeah, it's pretty rare for me too.
I like them, but I don't keep in close contact.
Vertical shot. Vertical shot. Top down. Bird's eye review. Up the table. Yeah, it is supposed to be Kate Blanchett. Yeah, fancy swag.
It's nothing.
They gave me this CD greatest hits of the Cars. I listened to Drive for a little bit, and then you might think I'm crazy. Or is it called All I Want Is You? I think it's all. I don't remember. Just say different lines from the song.
Just if you say enough lines from the song, you're bound to land on the one that the song's actually called. That's kind of a general rule of music, I think. Really.
My favorite things are when the band, the song, and the album name are all the same. You know those people are gonna stay around.
Bad Company, man.
They're the exception to the rule.
I can't deny. You know, I'm trying to think. There are some songs. You know what? The songs that really make me mad are the ones that have this like primary choral part that everyone remembers, but then the song has a completely different name, and it's from something like way smaller in the song.
Oh yeah.
It's like just name it the thing that everyone knows, so that I know what the song is. You're making it too hard now. You're making it way too hard. You know why no one likes classical music now? It's not because they don't like the music. It's because they don't know the names of the goddamn songs.
Ah.
That's what it is. If this gets stupid. If Mozart see at the end of the song, he should just scream the name.
Aqualung! Just yells.
Screams Aqualung. Oh man.
Oh my god, I would just leave. I'd be like, fuck this.
Yeah, I'd be like, why are you an asshole because I'm famous?
I mean, I probably am kind of an asshole, but at least let me earn it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just don't assume. Just let me be an asshole before you treat me like one.
Just give me some time. I said I was going to go on Entertainment Tonight. That's already pretty close. It's almost impossible to go on Entertainment Tonight and not be kind of an asshole.
Wait, is this her house?
No, it's Remember, because oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
If this is her house, I feel way less bad for this person. Or maybe it's just like a hotel lobby or something.
It's a lounge.
Yeah. Only coffee here, no cigarettes. See?
That's why Hollywood's fucking fake.
That's a name.
Okay.
Jack and Meg. So these are the whites, right? Yeah, of course.
Oh man, this. Okay.
You knew it had to be. Oh my God.
I
Is he
forgot.
really? That's really what it is. He's showing her a Tesla coil. That's exactly what this is.
I don't have any interest to watch Jack White do anything. So that's a problem. I'm not a fan of the White Stripes. I'm not a fan of Jack White.
But are you a fan of Meg White? Because her drumming.
Yeah, her drumming is
fantastic.
Wonderful. I will tell
It's
you, it's surprising. It's surprising because when you hear it, you go, "How the fuck did this person get signed to something?"
It's what you call free-form drumming. That's what it's called.
No,
it's like,
that's actually no, because if it was freeform, then she could hit the bass drum and the snare drum at different time signatures. But she is unable to do that. She just goes bop, bop, bop the whole time. That's all she does. Which any person can drum that way.
There was like a constant debate over whether they were like husband and wife or brother and sister or whatever. But the reality is they were married and then they got divorced. They kept making music. That's actually... What is that cigarette brand?
Detroit
cigarettes? I've never seen those. Is that real? Okay. Okay. Next scene. I have a feeling that Jim Jarmusch likes the White Stripes. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Throwing that out there.
Nerd. They show the Tesla coil and it's made out of Legos. Just it's
Reading these off of paper, just off camera. Wouldn't have that either.
I'm just waiting for like Bill Nye to jump out.
I'm waiting for Bill Murray to jump out. Because that actually could happen. You know, a funnier thing is that I actually have seen this, but I didn't know it was from this movie.
How did you see it?
I think someone sent me a YouTube video of it.
Oh.
Well, I didn't really see it so much as I saw the first like 30 seconds. I went, "This is stupid," and I turned it off. But I didn't even associate until, of course, it said Jack and Meg, and I was like, "Oh, I see. It's that."
This is actually a machine from Napoleon Dynamite that they strapped to the nads. I watched the last 5 minutes of Napoleon Dynamite last week sometime. It was on TV. Dance scene.
Yeah.
That movie's pretty great.
It's still funny. Always be funny.
Guy never made anything else good, but wow, it's...
How much you want to bet I could throw a football over the mountains? That is nope, nope.
It looks like he wants to play like Quidditch.
What the fuck? Oh man.
Uh-oh. Oh, the batteries died. Sorry. Science joke!
That was the hardest button to button.
Dun. It's a pretty crazy video. That black man's being so judgy. GFI.
Asshole. Stupid Jack White. And his electronics. Every time she says the line, I'm like...
Yeah, he's not good either. I mean, they're both really bad, but she's just like...
She's in a league of her own.
She just seems infinitely bored. I just don't...
Yes. Yes. Wow. So this movie just gets increasingly less about coffee and cigarettes, huh?
Probably.
I want to revert back to the coffee and cigarettes conversation because I think those were the strongest sketches.
Yeah.
Like, they honestly were.
I think, I don't know if one's my favorite right now.
I would say right now the Iggy Pop and Tom Waits one is probably the best one.
Yeah, that one was okay. Yeah. You know, I think there's a point when there can be too many vignettes in a movie too, and this is definitely running into that. Like,
there's, I think, 11 in this movie.
Okay.
It's got a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of them. That's why a lot of them are very short, though. You know.
We just need to watch Slacker. This fucking... Have you seen Slacker?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Slacker's fucking ridiculous. It's such a weird movie.
It's extremely weird, yeah. I do like Linklater, though.
I do. I actually like Slacker better than this movie so far. And I'm not, like, the biggest Slacker fan or anything, but I got more enjoyment because the characters in Slacker are just fucking weird. Like, there's the JFK guy, and there's a guy who equates the Smurfs to communism, which is incredible. That scene is so good, and like,
it's great. Yeah,
it's true in like some fucking weird way. It's like,
no, it's totally true.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Here's Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, it is.
Otto Octavius.
Since then, there have been so many Spider movies made. There's now a second Spider-Man movie.
I know, it's a situation for sure.
Is that Alan Rickman?
Yeah.
Or is it shit? No, it's not him. What's the fucking guy's name? He was in Philomena.
Oh.
Yeah. That's guy Steve Coogan or whatever, right?
Yeah, Coogan. That's it.
Whether Coogan's acting in a role or in real life, consistently.
Cheersing coffee to a good cup of tea.
Yeah. Also, just like crapping on America. That's what he does. America's stupid. Like, it's like a lot of his stuff is...
Every American movie that has British people has them talking about Americans. Which, how often do you think British people actually talk about Americans? Probably like never, almost. They
Never.
probably do not care about Americans at all.
I think
Don't
what
interest them.
I think what British people usually talk about is the X Factor. So that's what they probably talk about.
Primarily,
And
yeah.
crisps, biscuits, you
They
fucking
do like
weirdos.
crisps. They do like crisps.
Biscuits. Oh, you mean cookies? No, biscuits. No, fucking biscuits are different.
That's a damn cookie, bro.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
So
Believe me, I know my
word.
cookies.
Next time you ask me for a fucking biscuit, I'm gonna throw a KFC biscuit at your face and you'll be like, I didn't want this. It's like, we use the fucking correct words. So
And then you're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Nobody wants KFC, bitch.
So this is another one where they're the person.
Yeah, yeah, but he's not the person, I guess.
Hmm.
Or is he? Maybe he
It
is.
said comedy shows, yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about
Oh, the other
Dr.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Let's see.
Oh, okay, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He did a TV series. You have to be funny for starters. Burn.
Yeah, you have to make a sequel to Hamlet. That movie's not good.
No.
Was Coogan that big already in '03? Like, I don't remember hearing about him for a few more years.
He was a rising star, I think, at the
Yeah.
time.
He
He
was probably
wasn't
on some-
big yet, but
He was probably on some stupid BBC show or something. Like,
I mean, I want to know what show they were talking about with this guy. This was back in '03, so it must have been something around like
yeah, I don't know.
early 2000s. I mean,
Hey, can you be in this movie where I talk about how great you are and stuff? Twisting my
Sure.
arm.
I think I can work that out for you. Yes. Did you see 24-Hour Party, people?
No, I have not.
You know, I've heard really good things about it, and I never saw it.
I saw Philomena. That was pretty good. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was very good in it. Judi Dench was great in it. She was really good.
Judi Dench rules. I can see people walking around out there.
Yeah, and how? They're on the second floor. Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want to be in Spider-Man 3?
Well, he died at the end. Oh, spoiler alert. He died at the end of 2. So, I don't think he would be asking him. Maybe this is a replacement.
True, yeah.
He's Resident Octopus.
This pitch sucks.
Yeah, terrible.
This is like me giving a pitch. It's like give you all this information that you don't need. It's about a dog who solves crimes. It's called Wishbone. I think it's pretty good. And the twist is, the dog is actually learning things from books, and it's like a book. It's about learning books. So, I don't fucking know. Doesn't matter.
Only where it counts. Great joke. Where are they?
I
Where'd
don't
this
know.
woman come from?
Where is her shirt? Like, what is?
Yeah, I think it's a front shirt with a tied back. This
I
is
think
like
she, I think she wore an apron out. Did he try to
he tried,
sign the
he tried to
thing?
sign his thing. Just so insulting.
I don't know
She
how
she
someone could
climbed
wear.
up. She climbed up to the second floor of his loft to get that autograph. She had to break into his house.
Yeah,
I don't get where the hell they're supposed to be.
I
It's
don't know.
blowing my mind. Didn't Spider-Man 2 come out at this point though? Or was that later? That was later.
No, no, no. This was probably the year that came out. So
So he would have been known if this was a year later
yeah, yeah.
because that is a recognizable face, my friend. Can't miss that guy.
Okay. Coogan Cousins.
We're Cougans. Cousins.
Huh.
Look at this. It's like super detailed.
So that makes you like fourth or fifth cousin. Oh, also, you're related to
you,
Mussolini, but who cares?
you know what the problem is with this sketch? It went way too long before they made that joke because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
joke is actually really funny because it makes him look insane because he's like he went through all this like super family genealogy stuff just to find out that he's cousins with Coogan. It's just like they could have just done that at the beginning.
Oh.
That would be the worst movie ever.
Yeah, sounds really good.
It's pretty great in this.
Delightful thing for me. Sure.
Gas can. They doctored the script and it later became After Earth. That's so great.
I saw that movie on a plane.
This is so bizarre. I'll be filing that directly into my shredder.
All evidence must be lost.
Is this supposed to be in New York as well?
I don't know. Some of these
'Cause
were
the
definitely
girl-
not supposed to be in New York.
No, because the girl was British.
Yeah.
You know,
So probably not then.
probably like, yeah. He doesn't have a cell phone in the. It's like the worst excuse ever. It's not true at all.
That works the other way, but not
Well,
not with going to the US.
what fucking person who travels regularly would not have cell phone service in the fucking U.S.?
Especially when you're meeting with Universal and shit. Yeah, it makes no sense.
Even if, worst case scenario, the worst case scenario, cell phone didn't work, you would buy a fucking burner to use while you were there, you know? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. I am insulted, sir.
Oh, Spike Lee.
This is 2003, so that kind of makes sense.
So this would be for Bamboozled. No, that was a little later. Maybe 24 hours.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
Could you pull that off?
Yeah. 24 hours. Maybe that was around that time frame.
You gonna put me in Spider-Man 2? Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Okay.
Keen hikers. He doesn't look like a hiker at all.
Yeah, I know. He's quite a hiker. Leaf people. That's pretty great. QB, nothing significant has happened in this movie. It's like silly vignettes, so no, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's any point to this movie at all.
No, not at all. It's Jarmusch. It should be called Jim Jarmusch fucking around. That's what the movie should be called. Because that's what this is. And honestly, like, I know that you said you're kind of half and half. I like some of these sketches a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Though I do feel the earlier ones were a lot stronger. But
I don't know. I think I like this one the most so far. I think it's the most cohesive one.
I like
It's
this
just
one a
too
lot.
long.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I like this one a real lot. I just feel like they introduced the whole thing way too late. Just burned him hard.
The weakest one was definitely the White Stripes. That was
Oh, that was
rough.
terrible. That thing was terrible. Terrible. I should have acted like I loved him. Oh, you are at a cafe, apparently. Okay.
Yeah, they were so tight you couldn't see it really.
Yeah, it's like really awkward.
Delirium. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah, RZA and Jizza are in this. They were in the
Yes.
credits, so
Yes.
maybe.
That is the same one with Bill Murray. So
Oh, really?
he's coming, yeah. Bill Murray is the server in this. This one I've seen.
Oh, okay, I haven't.
It's pretty good.
What were you up to? Oh, just producing Ong Bak films.
It's so bizarre. Bong bong. I love how they're using like this English tea set thing. So perfect.
Yeah, he's out Bundying it. Look at that shit.
Yeah, totally.
Did he look at the camera?
I think he did.
That's great.
Wu-Tang forever. This is probably the best one from what I remember. It's pretty good. Just keeps drinking the coffee straight out of the pot. So fucking bizarre.
Night, man.
Yeah, why would you drink it at night? Oh, that's why bringing it back. Bringing it full circle. Love that sped up shot in fucking over and over. Oh, he uses a fucking grill lighter to light his cigarette too. They all call him. It's so perfect. This is what I wonder. How the hell did they work out this? Like, how did he manage to get this group of people to do? Like, I know that they would all sign up for it because it's funny, but at the same time, it's like, well, I'm gonna put you with Jizza and Rizza, and you're going to act like you're hiding in plain sight by acting like a server, and also Rizza's a doctor.
Oh. What?
It's true. Oven cleaner. You see how much money he left? This huge stack. Yeah, that sketch is great.
I'm surprised there's one more. We're getting like.
Yeah, this one I believe is pretty short. Does it have to be? Hit the Udio.
It's dementia.
These are those people that work in the kitchen in the kingdom that they grew up.
One of them was a girl. Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
The saddest songs ever written. I can almost hear them now.
Why am I even talking about the king? No one's gonna even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Kingdom's
I don't know.
great. King's
I was
fucking
talking to
great.
you. That's why I was talking to you
Yes.
and not anyone else.
Kingdom's
That's why.
fucking great. Kingdom's
If you've never
awesome.
seen The Kingdom by Lars von Trier, it is a miniseries.
It's on
You
Netflix.
can look. Is it on Netflix now?
It is. It is on
Yeah.
fucking Netflix. Maybe we should watch that for October.
Oh man, that
Kingdom.
would be a Halloween thing right there. That show's fucked up. That's got
Yeah.
some stuff. And
the end of that series is fucking crazy. Like,
well, the end of the series one.
Series
There's
one.
also
I've never seen two.
series-
I've never seen two. Never seen two.
There's also a 2.
I know. Never gotten to watch it.
Um,
Fantastic.
it's a hospital drama mixed with supernatural horror.
It's fucking weird.
And yes, that's truly what it is. That is not a joke.
With like weird Denmark, Sweden, like rivalry shit in it. It's like
It's extremely bizarre.
Oh, it's great. Oh, Lars von Trier used to make good things.
He did.
He made fucking great things. Now he doesn't. Now he totally doesn't.
He got money now.
I don't know, man. But actually, I was going to ask the audience, but no one's really here, if we should watch through Nymphomaniac, because I have not seen it. I have not heard great things.
I haven't seen it either. I just feel like maybe it's really long. It might be a little.
4 hours, 4.5.
Yeah, I mean that would be
2 weeks.
2 episodes. It would have to be, but if it sucks, then you're stuck with it. You know? I don't know.
It's a guy who said he was a Nazi on stage. Basically, he did say that, yeah. He was being a little flippant, but yeah, he did say that.
He was saying it. The context was destroyed, though. He did not actually say he was a Nazi.
He got
He
pissed
said those
off.
words. He said those words, but he said them ironically. Like if someone goes, "I'm an idiot." He wasn't saying he was actually a Nazi.
He did say something, though, that was fairly sympathetic to Hitler, and that's why when he started saying that, he got flustered because he knew he was saying something not...
He knew that he had been an idiot already, and it was too late because he compared himself to Hitler, basically.
The best part of that video, actually, is watching Kirsten Dunst react to him saying it.
Yeah,
she
it's
wants
great.
To jump off the stage and hide.
Yeah, she's like, no! You can see in her brain going like, no, stop talking, please! They're drinking out of paper cups. Look at this.
That's what they do in New York.
Couple of scrubs. This guy's drunk.
Dark.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like homeless people or something? What is going on?
Yeah.
This one is really bizarre.
He just dies. Well.
Uh-huh. So, both these guys are dead now.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Kind of depressed. I just wanted to end it on that note, just to see what you'd say. So that's it. Bizarre movie, huh?
Amazing. If you want to see something like this, watch Slacker.
Yeah, of course. Go figure.
Yeah, which is actually a very solid
That's a good suggestion, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty much right in line. So what do you think?
Um, seen, I haven't. I mean, I've seen a lot of vignettes in my life. Seen a lot of vignette movies. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I've seen quite a few though. I would say this ranks somewhere toward the middle,
Yep.
and I would say that the good sketches are quite good. The bad sketches are really boring and slow. Fortunately, I will say the one thing that Jarmusch did right is that the bad sketches are pretty short, and I think he knew they sucked. Like, I think you could tell that White Stripes sketch was kind of a piece of crap because it did not last very long. But I mean, I don't know what I could give it other than I guess a 5 because it's not bad. But
I was thinking a 5 or a 6.
It's certainly not great, but it does have some very amusing sketches. The first 2 sketches I thought were really good. The Bill Murray sketch, of course, is fantastic, and the sketch with Coogan is also really great.
The Coogan one. I liked. I thought the Blanchett one was okay, but it was too long.
That wasn't bad. The problem with that one, I felt like, actually the problem I had with several of them is that they get into the actual meat of the sketch too late, and it's like this sketch could have been a third of the sketch could have been cut off if they just got into it quicker. But it's an amusing movie, and honestly, I gotta say, other than the last maybe like 15 minutes or so, this episode went way better than I thought it would. Because I was really I was on the fence about doing this movie, but I was like, I wanted to mix it up.
Well, I'd like to do more independent films. I would not have picked this one as my first one, but it was a good one to do because I like Jarmusch and I like I thought it's something I hadn't seen, so I didn't want to see something I saw a bunch of times. So that's good.
Mockflix is a good opportunity, I think, for us to show people movies that they wouldn't normally watch not because they wouldn't watch them based on quality, but because they just wouldn't have heard of them or find them accidentally. So movies like that where, even if maybe for some people it is kind of boring, it could be worth doing just because, that's a movie that, unless you knew about that movie, you probably would never watch it. Because you'd be like, it's a bunch of people talking about coffee and cigarettes. And then you go, no, I'm not watching that. It sounds stupid. Yeah. But in reality, 3 or 4 of those sketches are certainly worth watching. They were good. But,
well shot movie. The art direction's a little odd, but whatever, that's fine.
I think it's odd but enjoyable. It's almost it's weird enough where you notice it, but it's not so weird that you can't pay attention to the sketch. I don't know. I like it. I liked it overall.
I think there's a reason though that Jim Jarmusch has maybe kind of lost favor. He's not as relevant as he once was, because I think if you release that movie now, it would be panned. Style is very dated now, but I still like that style. That was not the problem I had with the movie. Like you said, it was just the good sketches usually took too long to get to where they needed to go, and then there were just some bad sketches. That White Stripes sketch was garbage.
That should not have been in the movie. He should have been like, this sucks, and just taken it out. But the problem was that the movie was fairly short. He probably couldn't. He probably had to keep it at length or something. It wasn't terrible, but it certainly was not even close to the best vignette movie that I've seen. I'm down with more indie films. Now, next week, of course, we should mention this.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get into. But I will also say we are going to discuss maybe doing The Kingdom for October. We are definitely going to be doing some fucking horror movies, which I don't know if I've talked about a lot. We haven't done a lot of horror movies, mainly because I fucking hate horror movies. I hate them. a lot, and I know I'm going to be unfair to them. I fucking hate horror movies almost universally, but
let's do Scary Movie October. What do you think?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
So start sending some suggestions to. Oh, here's the little bumper. mockflix@gmail.com. And please do not send us purposely bad horror movies. We're not going to watch them. No fucking farce horror movies.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
I other than movies that are supposed to be like comedies, like straight up comedies, like movie 43, which we did. No, that's not a good example. But other than movies that are supposed to be funny because they are comedies, I don't want to do purposely bad movies. I want to do movies that are bad because they're bad, not because they're bad on purpose.
And try to pick ones that were theatrically released, that were fairly well known, because those are the ones I want to do. You know, like The Conjuring and the fucking.
And
Haunting.
I think The Conjuring may be on Netflix now.
Oh, I watched that recently. That movie sucks.
Yes, sir. You know what we are gonna do?
The Haunting. He says The Haunting. Oh, man.
See, he mentioned it. And that is absolutely dead on going to happen because that was one of the funniest movies I've ever fucking seen in my life. I was amazed by the terribleness. No one watched The Haunting before we do it because you are going to love that episode for sure.
Dude, I can't believe I'm going to fucking watch that. That'll be the third time. That'll be the third time I've seen that movie. And it's like a 1. It's a 1. It's a
legitimate 1 for sure. Not even, no exaggeration. It is a 1.
Deep Blue Sea does not count as a horror movie. Sorry.
No, it's not.
It's like an action thriller. But
all right, let's go. Send us some horror movies. Yeah. We will consider them. We need 4 for next month, so you might as well start sending them now.
Or maybe
5.
Or maybe 3, because we have The Kingdom will take 2 weeks because it's 4 hours.
Right. Well, we'll do the pilot and see, or we'll do the first 2 and see if it turns out well.
Yeah,
if it does, we'll do the other 2.
I almost feel bad doing a mock flicks of The Kingdom because it's quite good, but
I don't even know what to say about it. But whatever, you know.
Oh, dude, it's so easy to make fun of. There's so many stupid things in that.
That's true. It's been a while since I saw it too. It's probably a lie I don't remember. So anyway, Pilot Week next week.
Yes.
I'm personally very excited for Pilot Week.
I'm excited.
I proposed this idea to Mike maybe 2 months ago, and I was like, I think we should watch some pilots all in one episode, because pilots are really funny. Because pilots are never indicative of the quality of the show. Almost across the board, pilots are not very good. If a pilot's not good, that means the show's probably good. If a pilot's really bad, that means the show could be okay. If a pilot's really, really, really bad, then the show usually sucks. But
then it's Yes Dear.
Yeah. Well, Yes Dear every episode is a pilot.
I should see if the Emerald pilot, the Emerald sitcom, is on Netflix.
Oh man, that's worth checking out.
Man, this food is good. Oh my fucking god, that thing was
what shows are we watching? Obviously, as I mentioned before, because the reason Pilot Wing exists is because I really wanted to watch the pilot of Wings. So that's going to be on there.
Which I've probably seen, because I've seen almost every episode of Wings.
I bet you've seen it, but you probably don't remember it.
No.
You are gonna love it. It's so funny. So there's that.
They want us to watch The Cape. Oh, that is a good suggestion. Do you remember The Cape? That was the NBC superhero show. I never saw it either, but they promoted the shit out of it.
Never seen it.
Oh, so we'll do a dynamic little asking question here. The second show we have on our list, because we want to do 2 sitcoms and 1 drama. The drama we picked was Bones, and I think Bones is the perfect pilot to do because it's one of those shows that people watch.
Once again, never seen it.
I've seen 1 episode of Bones.
No, we watched Bones years and years ago.
Yeah, that's the 1 episode I've seen, and it was stupid.
I remember absolutely nothing from it, so maybe. I guess you're cutting out.
Okay, so, Yeah, I mean, we're dropping a lot of frames. So
I don't know if the cape sounds pretty funny.
we could do the cape. I'm okay with doing the cape. I don't feel like it's indicative of a traditional pilot, but
Or,
it's
well, let's see. If you wanted to drop one of the short ones, we could do that and Bones, or we could just stick with our.
no, because the other one I really want to do. I
We're
really
gonna
want
do
to.
a case of the sillies you want on that other one. Okay, so let's decide whether it's gonna be the cape or if it's gonna be Bones.
Okay, so we'll figure that out, I guess. I still kind of want to do Bones. I think Bones is more indicative of what a pilot is. I know it's going to be a lame ass pilot. Just sexual tension and
Yeah, forced sexual tension, my favorite kind. Extremely awkward and not realistic.
I think we're going to stick with Bones. And then the third one we're going to watch is Last Man Standing.
With Tim Allen.
And the reason why we picked this one is we wanted to do a 90s style family comedy. The listing was limited. And when we saw this show, it's like, well, this is basically a 90s style family comedy that's completely clueless on the fact that it's a 90s style family comedy.
Yeah, it's a modern 90s style family comedy.
Oh no, why?
It'd be pretty funny. Fortunately, the good thing about Pilot Week, which I think Pilot Week should be a staple every so often. I think that's a new idea. I think it's a good idea. If it turns out well, I think we should try it again someday. But the good thing about Pilot Week is that even in the worst case scenario, you only have to deal with it for 20 to 40 minutes, and then you're on to the next piece of garbage. So I'm really excited to watch Wings, though. I think you're gonna get a kick out of that.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
What 80s show was on there? I saw. Oh no, it was Columbo. I was really debating if we should watch the first episode of Columbo, which
you also saw Family Ties.
Oh, dude, that would be so bad. It would be so fucking.
It's probably painful, yeah.
Anyways. All right. Well,
yeah.
We're gonna watch some pilots next week. I'm excited. But again, if you got some horror movies you want to send to us, mockflix@gmail.com is your best bet. Once again, I'm Michael Nearstead, as always, joined with Kevin Hotalon. We will see you next week on Mockflix.
Mockflix.